Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial. Before I get going, I just want to give some credit to Professor Dr. Salim Awad. Um, in the subject, we're going to talk about complex scale change in the Z-transform domain. So what we're looking at here is often referred to as the ring. Um, its technical name, at least for this area here, is called ROC, which is the region of convergence. That's how this ring is constructed. And we're going to go through the details of that. Um, so let's say we have, let me zoom in a little bit to get more area. Let's say we have w to the minus n, x of n, where w basically is it's a constant, so it's used more of a scaling factor. So in this case, we can say that the Z transform, let me just rewrite this, Z transform of w to the minus n x of n is actually the summation from n minus infinity to infinity of wn x of n z to the minus n. So we get this additional z to the minus n when we do the Z transform of this function here. Again, remember that w is a constant, so it's more of a scaling factor. If we write this further, we can write it in this form, x of n wz to the minus n. This is also can be written as x of wz. So what do we know about this ROC? We know that if we look at the boundaries, right, we know that the magnitude of wz is greater than R1 but less than R2. And so if we look for the magnitude of z, in this case, we'll have R1 over W less than the magnitude of z. Z is also less than R2 over W. So basically, this ring here, the way it's constructed is actually controlled by this W here. A little bit more we can talk about this ring here is we know that the poles cannot be in this region of convergence. So in other words, the poles would have to be here, right, or out here, right? And this is true for causal and non-causal. This is true for causal and non-causal. So they have to be out, either in or out. One other key important thing that we have to note is that the unit circle have to be within this region of convergence. So remember the unit circle, which is 1, right? So we can say 1 here, for example, have to be within. So the region of convergence, or I'm sorry, R1 cannot be 1, right? And R2 cannot be 1 either. R1 has to be less than 1, and R2 has to be more than 1. So let's see what else we can talk about this region of convergence.